right, guys, before I get to the next video, be sure to like the video. It helps us get out in the algorithm. So I definitely appreciate that. You know, these people are full of shit, right? I mean, I know I post a cuss, but people are full of it. They are full of it. You know, Trump, man, says that, DEI is bad and it's, it's woke and all that stuff, right? I'm just paraphrasing. But if like Republicans use DEI too, but they don't realize they're using DEI. Like, for example, like they always have these token Negroes on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, um, with a MAGA hat on. Say, like, different than what the Democrats do with black people. Like, both parties are the same. Like, no, like I hope y'all get this. Like, both parties are the same because they do the same tactics. It just, Republicans want to tell us, oh no, we don't use woke ideology, but but on my screen, what the hell is this? Like, I thought Trump canceled Black History Month in the government. You know, oh, you can cancel it for everybody else, but for yourself, as a PR stunt. No. So, this is from AP. It says Trump holds Black History Month event as some agencies skip recognition after anti DEI order. See what I'm saying? Like, oh, so you can't use DEI. So Black History Month is DEI, I guess, which it's not. But you can do it. Okay. Oh my God. Like I can't I don't like these people, man. I don't like these people. Everybody in the government, man, like they need to go. Like they you know, like wow, you cutting a black person's food stamps or heating assistance off, but hey, let's have a Black History Month at the White House with a bunch of my tokens. Yeah. Okay, guys, so let me get to it. Let me read it. Look at Tiger Woods, man. Lord have mercy. Jeez. Oh, it's a video. Um, it says President Donald Trump marked Black History Month at the White House on Thursday by making an appearance at a celebratory reception with a surprise guest. Golf legend Tiger Woods, while calling out other athletes in attendance and marveling the size of the crowd. Yeah, whatever. Trump also planned to bring in Alex Johnson, a prison reform advocate who he pardoned in 2020, into his administration to work on clemency issues. The White House's Black History Month reception proceed in a tradition, but it comes in the wake of Trump missing a wide-ranging executive order ending the federal government's diversity, equity, and inclusion programs that has disrupted its observance elsewhere. Yeah, this completely confusing. Like, cancel Black History Month because of DI, but I'm gonna host a DI event with people that like me. You know, I'm gonna have to say this because I don't know people will say, oh, Andre, not all black people are tokens. They just they just have conservative values. I know, like I know that, but like yeah, there are black people that are conservative. Like I know that. Like I don't think they bad people. They just they just believe what they believe. But I'm just saying, it's like, come on, man, like get out of the bag here when it comes to both parties doing this shit. Like they pay these people to come and show up and put on a MAGA hat or put on a Kamala Harris shirt and shout and all that shit. Man, come on, man. I feel sound like a Trump voice right here, guys. Today we pay tribute to generations of black legends, champions, warriors, and patriots who helped drive the country forward to greatness. And you really are great people. Took a line in his head when he said that. It says Trump didn't mention his anti-DEI crusade as he addressed hundreds of guests in a reception in the East Room, though he did make a brief reference of the New York Times 1619 Project, which highlights the lasting consequences of slavery in America. Um, Trump objected to the project during his first term, and in response created a commission to promote the self-called patriotic education dubbed the 1716 Commission. The last administration tried to reduce all American history to a single year, 1619. But under our administration, we under the indispensable role Black Americans have always played in the moral cause of another day, 1776. Trump said, we like 1776. Trump is so stupid. So stupid. Orange glass of Tang. My God, man. Trump, 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 Trump. Trump, you're not understanding what the 1619 project is. Like what the article says, it basically explains like slavery has a long term of consequences, which is still prevalent to this day. 1776, dude. Do you know that slaves won black people didn't have rights in 1776, right? Uh he didn't know that, but I'm just, educating him. Like Trump, black people didn't have no rights. Like the Constitution, freedom freedom was made for white landowning white men. Women didn't even have women couldn't even vote either. If you white, you had land, which means you're wealthy, you had rights. But if you're black or you was a woman, you didn't have no rights. CDC, bro. Like, come on, bro. Oh God. Next year, try to get rid of Juneteenth as a holiday. I guess that's the next. Juneteenth is woke. It was woke. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh God, man. I like I don't know how I do this shit every week. I just don't know how I do this. Every day it's always something. There's always something, man. Um, Let me see. Trump has called DEI programs discrimination and pushed to eradicate diversity programs from the government. Directed that DEI workers eventually be laid off and exerted similar pressure on the private sector to shift to executive focus on merit. It said the sweeping effort has sown discord and confusion across federal agencies, which have variously interrupted the order to limit how they can acknowledge race and history and culture, or report demographic data on race and gender. Oh God. Joining Trump were black political figures and activists who have been his vocal supporters. Invited guests, according to the White House official, included Republican Senator Tim Scott, token of South Carolina, Republican Representative James Joseph of Michigan, Avita King, wow, niece of civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr., Herschel Walker, a token, Herschel Walker, the football legend who is Trump's choice as U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas. Oh God, and prison reform advocate Alice Johnson, who he pardoned in 2020. Let me see. It says other invited guests included figures from sports and entertainment, including former ESPN host Sage Steele, token, former NFL player Jack Brewer. I never even heard of that too before. Yeah, yeah, bum. Yeah, he got a scrub. Yeah, and rap stars Kodak Black, Little Boosie, Rod Wave, according to the official who was not authorized to speak publicly, it spoke on condition of anonymity. Um, in the wake of his executive order, the Defense Department issued guidance declaring Identity Month dead and said that working hours should no longer be used to mark cultural wellness months such as Black History Month, Women History Month, and National Disability Employment Awareness Month. Wow, man, just don't want the disabled man down. Wow, acknowledging disabled people. Wow, that's voting DI too. Oh no, 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 Trump. Oh no, no, no. Man, I can't. Um, that seemed to clash with a National Black History Month proclamation signed today by Trump, which called for public officials, educators, librarians, and all of the people in the United States to observe this month with appropriate programs, ceremonies, and activities. While the White House has issued its position, agencies of the government has discretion on whether to continue to recognize Black History Month, according to the official. On February 1st, the first day of Black History Month, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy announced that his department will no longer participate in celebrations based on immutable traits or any other identity-based observations. And in a diplomatic cable, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said agency removal of DEI policies will dovetail with eliminating our focus on political and cultural causes that are divisive at home and deeply unpopular abroad. Oh God, yeah, recognizing black people is demising. Okay. Um, Black History Month has been recognized by every U.S. president since 1976, including Trump during the first term. Black history is American history, and similar to the story of our nation, it is a story of strength, resilience, and dog perseverance, says C.J. Pearson, a national co-chair of the Republican National Committee Youth Advisory Council. Pearson, who is black, has been an outspoken defender of Trump against black civic leaders, civil rights advocates, and Democrats who lambaste the president as racist. Oh God, God, these motherfuckers are so hypocritical, man. Like, you're hypocritical. Um, Trump said not to acknowledge Black History Month. One of the DNC, the RNC Youth Advisory Council token Negro says that, hey, yeah, we do recognize it technically, but not in the way you think, you know, But I'm gonna play the video too as well. Like, yeah, like let me share my screen, man. There we go. Uh, Here we go, guys. Jeez.
He also mentioned at the same time that there were going to be statues of Kobe Bryant and Muhammad Ali. So it just seems a little hypocritical that you would be doing everything in your power to sort of outlaw the teachings of what, say, a Muhammad Ali stood for. Like, are you going to tell people that he stood against war, that he stood against these very progressive civil rights issues? That doesn't seem to be the part of it. And what I noticed there from that clip is that he had to read letter by letter about what these people, what these great Americans have done.
Yeah, like Trump, yeah. Knowing Trump background and what he stood for, like the same guy that wrote an opinion piece about the Central Park Five and other shit too, using the N word and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think he would know much about what black athletes slash activists would what they did to contribute. It's to a Kobe Bryant, man. Like, really, really, and Muhammad Ali, like he said, like, yeah, um. Muhammad Ali was anti-war. Trump is not anti-war, even though he claims to be anti-war, which is crazy. Like, Trump is not anti-war, guys. If you're anti-war, Trump, then you will pull out of Afghanistan. Why you didn't do it? See what I'm saying? I see the hypocrisy. We invade these countries, take the oil, but don't pull out the yeah. Let me continue.
In terms of progress for our country, because it's not something he's familiar with and not something that is natural for him. So I consider this to be an insult, a slap in the face. And frankly, all the people that attended this, look, I guess God bless you if you've never been to the White House and maybe you looked at it as some kind of great experience. But everything this president has stood for and done in the last decade or so has been a complete rejection of what Black history is.
Abel, how do you square what Jamel is saying there, that this White House, this administration has spent so much time, especially in the last month, denigrating diversity as even a concept? And actually, let me just go ahead and play this because I think it's instructive to hear exactly what they have been saying. Listen.
I think the single dumbest phrase in military history is our diversity is our strength.
My son is in a public school. He takes a class called African American History. If you're running an African American history class, could you perhaps be in violation of this court order, of this executive order?
I'm not quite certain, and I'd like to look into it further and get back to you on that.
You can have DEI in water coolers and universities. I disagree with that, but lives aren't impacted with DEI at universities. It is impacted here. I just want the best and the brightest, keeping Americans safe.
Okay, so you say
He meant to say, well, Sean Duffy, I want the best and the whitest. I want the best and the whitest to be great. Yeah. Yeah, like I'll take on DEI. Like DEI, if implemented right, is great. Like I have no problem with it. What it supposed to be used for, but the problem I have is when, like I said on TikTok, follow me on TikTok, Andre124 or Andre X. I said, Democrats use it for the wrong reason, and believe it or not, Republicans use it too to a certain extent. Like this Black History Month PR stunt that Trump did, that's DEI too. Like, oh, he had a statue thing of Muhammad Ali and Kobe Bryant, and that DEI Trump. But he said DEI, you can't celebrate that. It's bad. DEI is so bad. So yeah, like problem with it. The problem is that yeah, you use it, as performative identity politics. Yeah, it's not good.
Say that, and then you throw a Black History Month event, and people are supposed to then say, well, it all doesn't matter. He really does care about the history of this country, which includes people. It's Black History Month today and this month, but it could be Hispanic History Month, Women's History Month, all these diverse people.
Absolutely.
What are Americans supposed to think?
I mean, look, President Trump is not a traditional politician. I mean, he never has been, he never will be. So today, when we saw the celebration in the White House,
He sure late. He got that right. He ain't lying though. He ain't lying. Like Trump is, yeah. Trump is a different
I
breed.
thought that was a beautiful ceremony. I thought it was a packed house there. I mean, Tiger Woods, I can go on and on of all the people that were there. He made it very clear today, Abby. He said, Black Americans are legends. I'm going to put some statues up. Kobe Bryant.
But he's governing in exactly the opposite way.
I think what he's trying to do is on one end, he knows he's got a huge deficit. He's trying to make cuts and move the business, this big government forward.
I'm not talking about the cuts. I'm talking about the denigration of people based on this idea of DEI. They tried to blame a plane crash on diversity.
Yeah, I don't actually agree with that, to be very
agree with that. He did softball Republican. I mean, grandma and grandpa's Social Security, but that thing about DEI, oh man, come on, bro. To like do blame the plane crash on DEI. I'm like, is it because you cut the FAA staff? You idiot! You idiot! You FAA staff. Like this is probably why all these plane crashes ain't Trump's fault technically, but shit will happen when you shit. Kind of like cutting power off to a computer. Like obviously, like that's stupid analogy. To a power supply, it's gonna cut off. Like it needs power. Oh god, man.
sincere with you. I think he looks at DEI more of a let's put that aside and let's do everything on merit. He's made it very clear. He's talked about merit all along. So I really think, Abby, that what happened today was a beautiful thing.
So yeah, I don't. I think he's trying to gaslight us. I mean, come on, man. You have got to be kidding.
So if he didn't have it, if he didn't have it today, he would be back.
He's trying to gaslight us. First, he said he doesn't want anybody in government to celebrate Black History Month. And then he says, okay, I'm going to put on an event about Black History Month and I'm going to be the speaker. There aren't any Black people, really saying anything about what's happening with him. He tried to use DEI as literally a racial slur against us, as if Black people are benefiting from anything in this country and getting anything we're not qualified for and don't have to work twice as hard for. Black people have to live in the real world. When the cops come, we're scared because we might not come out of it alive. We walk into a store, if they let us in, we're followed around. We don't get loans when we have the same credit score as everybody else because we're Black. We have to live in the real world. You can't gaslight us. We know reality when we see it. This is not real. This is a joke. That's what that is.
I mean, personally, Tiger Woods was speaking.
The power at that like 30 seconds. This man goes, he's not Black. So when Tiger Woods was there, he's not Black. Like it's Black History Month. Like you're not Black, bro. Like he said, like, so why you there? But anyway, I mean, yeah. Cute, man. Like, oh God, CNN try to play both sides. I get that, but yeah, it's like, yeah.
You at the podium today.
Tiger Woods
that a
said he's
joke?
Kablasian.
Is
Right.
that a
I,
joke?
I
on,
thought he
man.
would be there for
Oh,
Combination
come on, man.
History Month.
What are the, so, you know, one of
Exactly.
the things also, apparently the Defense Department's getting ready to make some cuts. We talked about it earlier. One of the cuts rumored to be happening is of CQ Brown, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, shockingly, a Black man. This is not surprising to me because I know the conversation in MAGA world about that. But the idea that maybe one of the first acts of the new defense secretary would be to ask the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, who is a Black man who a Republican senator just today said has done a very good job, and he would be surprised to hear if he were eliminated in some of these cuts. Kevin Kramer said a month ago that he knows CQ Brown pretty well. They've had disagreements, but he thinks he's doing a great job. Why would this even be a conversation?
Well, I think Hegseth has sort of changed his tune on it a bit. They seem to be working together in the early onset, right after his confirmation. He gave him a vote of approval out loud to the press corps. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to jump to a conclusion on that. And also, I hope that even if we have political disagreements with somebody in history, a figure of history, we can still recognize their greatness. And I think that's very important. So I was glad to see Donald Trump highlight, yes, great athletes, but yes, Rosa Parks, yes, Frederick Douglass. I think that's great. And we can have the debate over DEI, and I think I can go in a million different directions. I think when it comes to the celebration of Black history, I think the president's signal today was he doesn't want to see it erased from our conversation in our country.
But that's not what his actions say.
If you're looking to sell your car, Carvana will give you a real offer in seconds. You will be paid.
I hate ass, but yeah. But he signed up, but sorry about that guy's ad right there. But he signed an executive order saying that not to recognize, you know, these, not to recognize DEI / Black History Month. What? Oh God. I think it ended right there. I don't know why they cut it off right there for. Damn. CNN, man. This is why I need to use Case Study QB. I'm pretty sure that Case Study QB got the whole version of it. So yeah, guys.